You were just jabbering for like 5 minutes. What were you talking about then?
What are you talking about?
Oh, get ready, everybody. Here we go. Welcome to the fun. It's the Big Mouse Show. Step right up. Let me tell you what's the scoop. Jamie, Carter, Sam. Welcome to our crew. Magic in the air. Gonna raise the sound. Mensa active games where the smiles abound. Disney dreams alive. Oh, we're on a quest. With our family vibes, we're truly blessed. From the rankings to the laughs, it's the ultimate ride. In the Big Mouse House, let's enjoy the vibe. In the Big Mouse House, we're living the dream.
Welcome back to the Big Mouse House. I'm your host, the Big Mouse, joined as always by Carter. Carter, say hello to our shareholders, please.
Hello, shareholders.
And Sam, who may be underqualified for the job of Disney CEO, but is emotionally overqualified. How you doing tonight, Sam?
Well, I'm doing great. I currently own at least one share of Disney stock. I did that. It's on Robinhood. Right now, I own one share of stock. So I feel like my voice matters a lot.
You matter, bro. There's no doubt about that.
Big time. I've got a lot to say.
Well, today we're going to step into the Disney executive mode with Josh D'Amaro stepping into a new major leadership role and Bob Iger stepping aside. Disney parks are now entering a new era, so we're going to ask today, what does this mean for the parks? What could change? And if we were Disney CEO for a day, what would we do? Disney Legal is already nervous. There's lots to talk about. Welcome to the show and welcome to the Big Mouse House.
And now, our feature presentation.
Well, before we rewrite Disney's future, let's talk about the real person shaping it all, Josh D'Amaro. If you care about Disney parks, this is a huge deal. He's not just a corporate executive. He is a parks guy. He feels like the type of guy who personally apologizes when a ride breaks down. Sam, what do you know about Josh? Let's just call him JD for short today.
Let's call him JD because it's hard to say his last name if you're not Italian.
Tell us a little bit about Josh.
Man, so JD has a lot of, obviously, deeply embedded in history in Walt Disney World and the Disney Corporation. He's done a lot of different levels of jobs. One of his first big executive roles was to actually run Adventures by Disney. Mm-hmm. You don't know what Adventures by Disney is? That's when you take Disney guided tours to different places around the world. So it's
outside
not
the parks.
Yeah, it's not like Disney tours in Epcot. It's like to actual places in the world. So he ran that, and then from there he actually became vice president of Animal Kingdom, and he oversaw the biggest expansion of Animal Kingdom, which was
Dinerland being cut.
no,
it's got to be Pandora.
Bringing in Pandora. So that was like one of his things that he really wanted to get done. So he is well known within the community, Walt Disney World community, as being someone who is a big dreamer for the parks. He became vice president of resort and transportation operations, which is, again, a really big deal.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he has been, since 2017, he's been COO of the Walt Disney World Resort, which is obviously a very, very big deal. I think people are very high on JD.
Well, didn't he also serve as some kind of leadership president thing of Disneyland as well?
Yes, he was the president of Disneyland Park.
Okay.
He held that for a year and a half. And he came back and became the president of Walt Disney World.
So he was president of Disneyland, then
yes.
Walt Disney World. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
COO of Disney World, president of Disneyland, then back to Disney World as president.
Yeah. Other major expansions he oversaw was Galaxy's Edge on both campuses, the Avengers campus out in Disneyland, as well as the big transformation that we're all experiencing and enjoying with Epcot. He's really known, guys, for being seen. I think he's somebody who's a lot more visible, somebody that's a little bit more passionate about the actual parks.
He's a park guy.
Absolutely. He's got that strong guest experience focus, and that's been evident in a lot of his decisions that are made, and I think that's something that's got Disney goers really, really excited. But again, that public presence and fan communication, and so that park background, we're really hoping that it matters. Carter, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Disney as a whole is more than just the parks. But for them to bring in a guy whose expertise is strictly the parks, I think as far as Disney World goes, and I guess the parks in general, it's as ideal as it could be. And so I'm excited to see what he does now that he has more reign, more freedom to do his thing, now that he's the guy, And
Sam, I don't know a whole lot about Bob Iger other than just, the general knowledge.
Yeah.
What would you say is the big difference between what JD's presence is and maybe what Bob Iger was?
Yeah, it's different. Bob Iger obviously was not a parks guy. So just thinking in the Walt Disney Corporation, right? You have movies, you have TV, you've got ABC, you've got ESPN, and then you have the parks, among hundreds of things. Well, Iger was a big acquisition guy. He obviously more on the entertainment side.
Okay.
Josh Tomorrow is more of a guy who is a parks guy. That's a parks adventure guy. So you're looking at a company that is not hinging upon the parks, but they're putting a parks guy there, which shows me that the Disney Corporation sees the parks as the future, as the cornerstone of their corporation.
Right.
As the media landscape changes with streaming and movies kind of not being as big of a deal as it was, man, parks are big. We got parks expanding into Abu Dhabi. You've got big park expansions all over the world. So to have a guy in charge of the whole corporation that has a distinct, connection to the parks is huge for Disney, like the corporation, but also for people who love the parks. Because I think what most people are hoping is that the corporation continues to see value in the parks and finds ways to make it best or better, I guess, for people that like to go.
Yeah, I think it's one of those like chicken or the egg, what came first type things. And we've had this debate before whether the things that we see in Disney World are a product of the movies and the entertainment value of Disney as a whole, or if it's the opposite. Do you think the Disney movies and such would be as popular without the parks? And that's a debate for another day. But I think it's definitely something that's worth noting, and definitely an aspect with JD's promotion to president and CEO of Disney could definitely take shape and take a lot of different forms as we move to the future. So, Carter, any other final thoughts?
I'm excited about it. I think again, it's pretty ideal for Disney goers. Just a matter of how efficient can he be? Are we gonna have to wait, years before we see any change, or is he gonna get in there and get busy right away?
Yeah, let me give you a couple quotes here from this article from The Week, theweek.com. It's a very, very good, trusted source. This one right here, Disney Corporation is going to be investing $60 billion in the parks.
With a B.
Over the next decade, $60 billion. So they need a parks guy kind of in charge to lead that, right? And to make sure that $60 billion is made up. Also, what has been the most profitable part of the Disney Corporation over the last decade?
I would
Disney
say it's the
Plus?
parks.
The parks.
Yeah, for sure.
The parks. And so there's been a distinct advantage. Revenue in the division has grown 40% since 2019.
Wow.
So 26.2 billion to 36.2 billion. That's a lot of money.
Sure.
And yeah, we don't like how expensive Disney World is right now, but they're also spending a ton of money on it.
Putting it back in too, yeah.
It kind of makes sense. Theme parks accounted for 40% of Disney's revenue. The whole corporation.
Massive.
That's huge. When they bought ESPN, that became like 20% of the whole corporation. That has gone down distinctly. So if we see how big of a deal the parks are, you get to understand why a parks guy is in charge. And then this quote from Roy Disney, who is Walt Disney's grandnephew.
Oh, man.
He said that Josh Tomorrow genuinely loves Disney, and I love him for that.
Yeah.
He's known for his affection for Disney's distinct brand of wholesome family entertainment.
And that's the heart of Disney.
That's the heart of Disney. That's the heart of the parks.
Sure.
And again, what we've seen with Disney in general over the last 2 years has been a switch back toward family entertainment. And you're seeing that in the parks. We're seeing that in Disney Plus. And I think we're going to continue to see that throughout the corporation.
Yeah, great point.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
All right, moving into our second segment, what could change under Josh Tomorrow? Let's predict the future. If Josh Tomorrow has more influence, what do we think is actually going to change in the Disney parks? These are going to be predictions, not necessarily insider info. So Disney, please don't ban us. I want to give us a chance. We're going to go like in a round robin to give 3 predictions. And some of these are, I guess you could say, more obvious than others, but we've already kind of hit on this a little bit. I'll go first. And that's going to be more investment in new attractions and lands. I think just last week, shortly after the announcement came from Disney of JD's promotion, that they announced 11 major park enhancements, refurbs, or whatever you want to call it, but really capitalizing on the investments in the park like Sam was just talking about. And so what's that going to look like? I think it's probably a little too early to tell, but we know that commitment's there. Sam already threw out the dollar figures, and that's nothing to laugh at there. So, Carter, what's one of your predictions you have?
Yeah, I'll kind of piggyback on you. I think we're going to see a lot more IP. Like I think the unfortunate truth is the non-IP stuff is dwindling each year, and I think that they're going to continue to go down that route. we're seeing things like Dino Land go. Not that I was just super big on Dino Land, but you know they're changing that for IP. Can't blame them, right? It's their stuff. They want to capitalize on like their characters, their movies, and those kind of things. But as a Disney purist, it makes me sad to see. It's just the way it's going, I guess.
One thing I think we definitely can expect is dynamic pricing in the parks, and we talked about this a few episodes ago, but it's coming sooner rather than later. And by dynamic pricing, I mean like things in the park changing price during the day. I think park tickets are going to go higher. I think we're going to see a lot more of that on snacks, drinks, concessions, meals, everything in the park. Guys, it's coming. They are going to do this. They're going to milk every cent out of us, and it's going to continue. Again, when they see something profitable, it's a major corporation, they're going to do everything they can to get every cent out of you.
Yeah, and that kind of goes against a lot of the things I think that he's kind of known for in making some of his decisions in the past when he was, you know, in those leadership roles, specifically in Disneyland and in Disney World. You know, the lack of park crowd control, I think that's a real issue right now. You hear about outside of COVID and that kind of thing, but you hear about them putting caps on things. I don't ever see that happening. I just don't. I don't think they really manage. I'm not gonna say they don't manage that and they don't know, but I don't see a day where they're going to cap and say, you know what, that's enough for today.
Well, did you see that they sold out a Premier Pass for almost all of March already?
Already.
It's crazy.
Wow.
People are spending money at Disney World. If we were asking a few years ago, is Disney World back? Dude, it's back and it's better in terms of people.
And when you say that decision's made because they don't want to deal with the crowd and because the crowds are so prominent in the parks.
Yeah. So people are going to spend whatever they can do to get out of that. So I think we're going to see, to piggyback on what I said earlier about dynamic pricing, we're going to see more ability to skip lines. We're going to see those prices skyrocket. We're also going to see a lot more, I think, tours and VIP selections. I think that's coming because people want every bit of Disney they can. And again, like I said, it's milking Disney. But it's also more theme nights, more after hours nights. They're going to do that. Like they're going to be doing summer solstice parties. You know, like, they're going to do all that stuff because they can do it and make money.
That's right. Well, Carter, talk about a little bit about the fact that, you know, we do know of several expansions that are coming. You already mentioned the one in Animal Kingdom. We know that Finland's Land's coming. We know that the Piston Peak National Park is coming. And those are things that, you know, on a smaller scale, when Epcot was missing Guardians and missing Test Track for a long time, that area, everything was like forced into other areas. And I think when you have these other Monstropolis, when that's open in Hollywood Studios, that's more opportunity for people to be spread out instead of so congested. But still, that's more space. That's more people they're going to let in. New rides, we all know is going to be more people. And so it's kind of a catch-22, but it's something I feel like they're going to embrace.
Yep. So that'll get into my second prediction. Something that's been rumored for a long time. Something that anytime there's big change in the higher ups of Disney, I feel like fans are always like, okay, now it's happening. I think there will be a new park within the next decade.
A fifth park?
No way.
Not like built, but at least announced.
A fifth park?
Mm-hmm. Like they got all this money they're talking about blowing. I think they finished their expansions that they have rumored right now, or not rumored, but like working on right now, and then they announce a new park. I think obviously you can afford it, and if not, you'll make the money back. I think they have the land for it, obviously. But I think a very big driving factor is the success of Epic Universe. I think they combat that with some new shiny toys of their own.
To infinity and beyond.
Man,
that's my hot take.
I'm all for it. Great. What I was going to say is I think they need to continue to expand Animal Kingdom. You know, I think the thing they're adding is not enough to make that a viable park. It's just not. They need to do more. They have more land there. They need to do more Animal Kingdom. A new park would be great. I'm just like literally thinking, are they going to be able to buy? I guess the big thing would be if they can purchase the rights to Marvel in Florida, but that would have to do something crazy with Universal. So I don't think that's possible. I can't even imagine what they put at a fifth park. You know,
I think they do like a classics park.
I thought of that for sure. Like we talked about, and it kind of keyed up last week when we were talking with Andrew, just like talking about Mickey and Minnie. There's just not a lot. Whereas when you look at Disneyland California and California Adventure, there is a lot of that classic aspect. There is that more classic vibe there. And I know it's an older park, and you know that's definitely a hallmark for them. But I think we could easily see that in Disney World as well. So
thank you.
I think another hallmark of JD is going to be bringing that guest value. and making sure that people are happy when they're in the parks. And I know that's a huge statement, but I do think that's at the heart of a lot of what made him so popular in the Disney kingdom, so to speak. And so I don't know what that's going to look like, but I do feel like that value is coming back. Will it mean that things like Magical Express come back? I don't know.
That was on my list.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on my list for the next thing that we do. But if they did 3 things different, just brought 3 things back, I mean, they brought the value back. And we'll talk about those in the next segment.
That's
but
right.
There's just little things they could do that just cannot cost that much for them to bring that value back. People are spending so much money now at Disney World. I was looking at this video from, I think it was 1997 or 1996 to now. Crazy, 30 years. Oh my gosh, it's like 150% on everything we're paying. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, there's got to be some value brought back. I think that Josh D'Amaro sees that. Again, as a parks guy, he knows.
Sure.
He knows. Those guys are not dumb. We say these things, like they don't understand. They know because they get told it all the time.
Right.
He's going to do what he can to bring the parks to be more valuable. I agree. I mean, I hope so because they're milking every dollar from us.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that, like, in a sense, he shares traits of a politician in that, like, what the public thinks of him matters a lot.
Good point.
And so if he can, like, score some cheap points by doing something like bringing Magical Express back, by incorporating more, not like free stuff, but like things like that, that makes you feel like you're getting your value back, like tangible things that I can see right in front of me to say, okay, this is improving my experience. Not necessarily just, okay, it's cheaper. Like, yeah, that'd be great, but they're not going to do that. So like, what can he do to again, just score some cheap points with the common public?
And Sam, you remember the video you sent, and it might be the one you're very, very well referring to, but it was like the things that were free back in the 90s and early 2000s that are now either gone, like all the things that mattered when you stayed on campus and used Magical Express and got the extra extended hours and and so much more. Those things are all gone. Like,
I think we've been talking about parks a lot. I think we're going to see a lot of changes in resorts. We're going to see a lot. There's already a couple that are being planned. They've just got to do it. They've got the land. Go ahead and build the new resorts. They need some more value resorts. I'm going to say it. Yeah. There's got to be some more to give the middle class an opportunity to go more often because less and less people are going to go more than once a year. They can't afford it.
When Christy and I were there in December, we drove, we did the whole resort thing, the resort crawl to see all the Christmas decorations, and we came up on Fort Wilderness Campgrounds.
Yeah. And
there is a massive new resort coming. And I asked the guy what that was, and he told us, and basically it's another DVC resort.
Yeah.
And if you look at the extension that they just put on Polynesian, it's a DVC resort. And the one that's on the extension of the Contemporary, it's another DVC.
They can sell them. It's crazy. They can sell them.
And so they wouldn't be doing all that if they weren't filling them up with people and people weren't paying it. So
the demand is there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that they're doing all these ticket deals during the summer because I think less and less people are going over the summer because it's how many people are there.
Right.
Because everybody in Florida goes there during the summer. So we're going to see those deals, but yeah, they got to build some more value resorts as well. It's just my opinion. That was the other thing I was going to say. I think we're going to see some more resorts.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to move into our first game of the day. It's going to be our CEO for a day draft. We have 5 rounds for this, so 1 pick per round. I'm going to hand you unlimited Disney power, which obviously is a dangerous decision, but we're going to do it anyway. Our first category that we're going to do is add 1 new attraction in Disney World. Sam, you're the CEO.
Yep.
What are you adding?
For me, I'm adding something to Animal Kingdom. I'll say we're all going in December. I am so close to saying no Animal Kingdom. I just there's just not much to do there. So I'm adding something to Animal Kingdom. If I could, I'd add a land, but I'm going to add a attraction, another ride. I mean, you know me, probably a roller coaster,
Right.
But something with they've already got a flight ride. So there's a flight ride. There is Everest. There's a people walking ride. Man, I'd love for there to be some kind of underwater roller coaster. I don't know if you've seen the new one at SeaWorld. It is so cool. And I'd love for them to kind of work on that and have some kind of roller coaster ride with water involved. I think that could go over there by Nemo since no one even goes to that show anyway. So give me something cool over there.
They could have you riding the manta ray from Moana.
Sold.
That's at SeaWorld, isn't it?
Sold.
Isn't that
yeah.
one there? Yeah,
There's a manta ray.
ray,
Yeah. I'm sold.
I guess that's where I got that from.
Colorado. I'm in. But
Well,
yeah, I
we've
mean,
never been there, so I didn't know about
and that's just me off the top of my head. I did not research this one, the new attraction, but that's what my idea. It would be Animal Kingdom. It would be something big because I need something big at Animal Kingdom to get people over there and space people out at Disney World, at Animal Kingdom.
All right. Good. Carter?
What's his name? John? Jason?
Josh tomorrow.
Josh. It's not too late, Josh. We talked about it earlier. I think Marvel's is about to get really hot again with Doomsday. They're bringing back all the classic characters. Let's open up a Marvel land. Let's open up just a Marvel hotel. How about? It's not an attraction, but it's something they can add that brings in a new audience. Like you saw a boom with Star Wars. I think you've seen even bigger boom if they do Marvel.
I would say Marvel's like this generation of Star Wars. I think it's,
Yeah.
I get that.
They missed the golden age. If they'd done this 7 years ago, they'd be even more so swimming in cash than they already are. But it's never too late.
Yeah. Okay. My new attraction would be in Magic Kingdom, and it would be something along the lines of honoring more of the classic characters that seem to be forgotten. Kind of like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah.
But if that met something like the Great Movie Ride, where you could go through there and pay tribute to all those landmark, rock solid, cornerstone movies that established Disney and the power that it is, I just feel like it's so lost. Like if I told Hadley, hey, let's go watch Sword in the Stone, she wouldn't even know what that is, probably. You know what I mean? And so Bambi, there's a lot of those that we know as older people, but to educate those younger people, that's what I'd like to see added as a new attraction. I don't know what exactly it would look like, but I just picture something like Mickey and Minnie along with the Great Movie Ride and what that was.
Yeah, I like the idea of Bambi being a ride in Animal Kingdom, maybe. I mean, a little shocking, a couple shots fired.
Imagine that boat ride.
Woof. Okay, I'm in on that, Jamie. That's a good one. Good idea.
I don't have a skull.
Next up, we got fix one major Disney problem. This is round 2.
Go ahead, Jamie. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
This is going to be a little controversial, but I would like to see some sort of simplification or some sort of more unifying aspect of Genie Plus.
I knew you were going to say it.
Did you?
Multipass, first of all.
Yeah, I just think they keep changing it, and it's almost like they keep
Love it.
people figure out ways to manipulate it, and I get that. And if it's something that people are doing that takes advantage, I get that. But I just feel like it's just constantly moving, and it's just like when you start feeling good and confident about it, they pull the rug and they change it up. I just would like to see them just take a while, figure it out. I don't like it when I know I can go do this, but the app's not going to let me type thing.
Yeah, the reservations really put a damper on that. Moving around reservations. I'm going to talk about that in the next episode. Yeah, I get you. A little more unification, more simplification of multipass makes sense.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, my overall feeling on this, I hate walking around the park when I want to enjoy myself and I'm stuck staring at my phone for so much of the day. And you have to do it. Somebody has to do it. Now, you love it. It's a game for you.
Yeah.
But so many families, I see people standing in line and there's a kid and he's just standing there and there's mom and dad trying to figure out what they're going to do next as soon as they scan in. I get it. I understand it. It's needed, but at the same time, I don't like it that it's so contingent upon being on your phones all the time.
Yeah, it really does take up a lot of your day. I agree. I hear you.
Okay.
I think it's important they do that, honestly, because it adds a skill gap in a sense of like,
I do agree with that as well.
like it's very good for Sam, right? And I know you're kind of having to think for the general audience, but the newer the stuff is, the better you get at it, the more almost like the more value it holds for you.
Absolutely.
Like people don't know how to work multipass. People don't know all the secrets that you know.
That's good.
And so
Just
I agree.
I want it to be as hot as possible. I want everybody else to not know how to work multiplayer. I'm kidding.
And rain all day.
Okay, yeah, exactly. I want everyone else to be miserable. Go ahead, Carter.
Bruh.
and so once 80% of people master Genie or multipass, they're going to move to the next thing, and you're going to have to start from ground zero just like everybody else. But it'll get to where you have that skill gap again eventually. I think that's why they moved on from Genie. Like there wasn't really anything wrong with Genie Plus, huh? Other than people manipulating and taking advantage of it.
Well, the thing with Genie Plus was you could not really change your ride times after you booked it. And now with MultiPass, you're able to change times. I think it's definitely a good compromise on what Genie Plus was. Yeah, with Genie Plus, I would probably be able to, I could smash a park in
Right.
5 hours.
Right.
With MultiPass, there are some triggers in it, some speed bumps, if you will, to literally slow you down, which is, I think, good. And again, also, MultiPass is what you make it. I've always said that. If you go to Disney World, and look, I'm saying this, if you go to Disney World and you do not research how to do MultiPass and you buy MultiPass, that is your fault. Like you need to know what you're paying for and you need to understand how to do it. Watch a tutorial, watch a video, be prepared to suffer for a little bit to understand it. And you're not going to smash it out of the park the first time you go.
Right.
You're just not going to.
Right.
Because it's not inherently easy. But once you get it, it is the thing you can't live without at Disney World.
Right.
Yeah, I've never like been that guy in our group that plans and schedules those things, but it doesn't seem like it can be that hard. I think it's just a matter of learning it, and like you said, suffering for a little bit so you can master it.
Yeah.
And people don't want to put that work in.
And you also have to be willing to do it all day.
Yeah.
Last week's episode was a prime example of that. Andrew was in the dark on all this stuff. He didn't know that you don't need to wait in lines. Ignorance is almost bliss.
Yeah.
If Sam went and didn't have that app, he would be miserable. Yeah. His trip would be ruined because he knows the advantages of using the app and how to utilize it. Someone who doesn't know that and goes and doesn't know any different, they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But overall, again, the whole point of that for me is just people stuck on their phones constantly.
Yeah.
So,
And Premier Pass is literally MultiPass for lazy people. I'm saying.
good point. Pay the
for
money.
people who, you pay the money and you don't have to mess with your phone. You get one shot on every ride whenever you want.
Right.
Basically, that's what it is.
Right.
Which is awesome. It's also $250, $300 more.
Right.
Crazy. Okay. Fixing one existing problem. You know, the more and more I thought about this, Jamie, today, I was thinking through, what are the problems at Disney World? The problems at Disney World are inherently, for me, of other people getting in the way of what I want to do, which is just like, that's just real life, right? When I think of the things that frustrate me, they've solved that. MultiPass is a solve for me to get rides. Mm-hmm. And I don't always get them, but that's life, and I've learned to live with that. They make it easy for me to get snacks and food through online, online ordering. You know, what existing problems are there? Is it too expensive? Yes, it's too expensive. But if it gets cheaper, then you've got even more people in the park. So there are a lot of problems that I find that I'm like, but I do understand the flip side of that. I think when we get to like value of my ticket, there are things that I would want to bring back. So for instance, an existing problem for me is getting to the airport to my hotel at Disney World, to my resort. So for me, if I was to fix that, that's the problem that I find very aggravating for myself. I would want there to be the Sunshine Express back. Is that like the worst problem in the world? No, like it's really not. So I guess a problem would be that there are not enough rides at Disney World to where people are spread out enough.
Yeah.
So build more rides.
Yeah.
Duh. That's what we all want. So and really, again, it sounds like I'm complaining about not being able to complain, but I do kind of understand where we're at in Disney World right now. And fix one problem, fix Animal Kingdom. It stinks.
Gotcha.
Carter, what do you got for fixing one existing problem?
So mine's a lot more practical than y'all's.
Okay.
More natural shade.
Love that.
I think that you talk about Animal Kingdom being bad. That is one thing they do well, which it's very easy because you plant trees, obviously.
Good point.
But you can't just plant trees in Hollywood.
You can't.
You know?
There's only palm trees there.
That's true. And so I don't know, like just make some more gazebos or like.
Well, they did that. They just did do that in Toy Story.
Do that everywhere.
Do
It's
it
hot.
I don't disagree with it.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
All right. Next thing is remove one unpopular thing. Carter, what are you removing?
Policy.
Remove one unpopular thing like that.
Policy.
Like a policy. Something that Disney does that you don't like.
No running. Let me run. I got places to be, people to see, things to do.
Dude, can you imagine us rope dropping and everybody running?
I love that.
Really?
I love it. I think there should be medics on hand. The first 5 minutes, you get to run as much as you want. You only get 5 minutes. They blow a whistle, and then after 5, it's over. If you run, you're out.
It would be chaos, Carter.
Chaos Carter.
Let there be chaos.
I love that. I'm kind of.
We're big guys, dude. I'm not running.
I will. You got the stroller. Lean on the stroller.
Yeah.
Drive your bike.
All right. Sam, what you got?
I'm going to remove an unpopular thing right now. This actually does not even affect me personally, but I know people are very upset, don't like the changes in the DAS pass right now.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to remove kind of their current policy on DAS. Again, DAS, like the disability, how you get the disability service. And man, I don't think that it actually helps as much as they think. I understand why they do it.
Sure.
They're doing it to take away people who are taking advantage.
Right.
Totally understand. But the way in which it helps right now, the targeted audience, it doesn't actually help them very much.
Right.
And so there needs to be better help for people with autism, for people with actual disabilities.
Physical, yeah.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, okay, well, you can just sit in you're in the line and yeah, but come on, man. Like that's not what this is about. Like,
it worked for a long time, but you're right. People did take advantage. And what basically, just real quick, what we're talking about is we live in a world where you aren't really supposed to ask people what's wrong with you. When somebody says, hey, I need some kind of disability help when I'm at the parks, for a long time, you weren't allowed to ask them, and they would get that pass automatically. And people knew that, and people took advantage of it tremendously. People that didn't need the disability pass but would still get it just so they could skip lines. Well, Disney had enough, and they cracked down on it, and now it's almost impossible. So what Sam's saying is the people that really do need it aren't able to access that now, and it's creating problems. It really is, and it's putting a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. So much that there's been a lot of controversy about that, even in the last 2 weeks the first 2 weeks in January, where they're really, really looking at this and trying to figure out a way to do it. But that's a great policy removal, Sam. I like that.
Thank you.
Mine would be quickly just to kill park reservations. In the time of COVID, I understand why they felt like they needed to do that. But if somebody buys a ticket or somebody has an annual pass, having to make a park reservation for that, I just don't get it, because I don't think capacities really exist in Disney World parks.
When are you? And I'm really genuinely asking. When are they asking for reservations?
So, like, if I'm up an annual pass holder,
Yeah,
and I show up on a Tuesday, if I'm going to go Tuesday, I have to tell them that, hey, I'm going to be in Epcot.
Sure.
I would do away with that, because I don't think that really matters. I just don't.
Then I'll piggyback off that.
I remember the example we had was when we had Christine on the episode. She said that they tried to scan in, and they were like, "Oh, you don't have a park reservation." So she took 2 steps back, got her phone out, made a reservation for hey, I'm going to be in Epcot, and then walked right back in there, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So again, I think it doesn't affect us as much because we don't live there.
No.
We're not annual pass holders, that kind of thing. But
not yet.
It does definitely kill that spontaneity. It punishes locals, and I love the fact that you can go at any time. You ought to be able to trust those people that they're going to get the value for the ticket that they're paying for. So
I like it.
Moving on to number 4 in this draft, bring back one retired experience. Carter, you want to go first on this?
Sure. Something very out of place to me is Frozen Ever After.
Yeah.
I understand, like, in the deep lore, air quotes, that takes place in Norway
Okay.
or something, somewhere around there. But nothing in that movie says anything about Norway. Nothing in either of the movies. By the way, did you know they announced Frozen 3? Josh Gad announced Frozen 3.
Cool, man. I'm excited.
Cool.
Put Maelstrom back in Norway.
Okay.
Carter's a big Maelstrom fan.
He's a big.
It was either that or put Ellen back in, but I didn't want to do that because that would take away Guardians.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like,
you're doing that over my dead body, bro.
Put Frozen in Hollywood.
I'll go next. Mine's more of a vision thing.
Ooh, Vision Quest.
I would love to bring back that original Epcot vision of like technology.
You want the
futuristic,
city. You want a
yes.
city? You want a city.
Yeah, just space colonization. I mean, almost everything that was represented when Epcot first opened, especially with the world of AI that we live in now. Yeah. I think the possibilities would be limitless, but I would just love to bring that mentality of the future is existing inside of Epcot. So I'll make that one short and sweet.
Mine's also gonna be short and sweet. Tom Sawyer's Island needs to come back. You gotta have a place for kids to be kids, man. I think that is the no wait. Kids get to explore, have fun. It's wide open. Boom. We don't have that in anywhere in Walt Disney World anymore. Yeah. Bring it back.
That's right. I love it. That's a great one, Sam.
Modern day warrior named Tom Sawyer.
All right, last round. Round number 5. We're going to make one wild, chaotic change. And my chaotic change is going to be an adults only after hours Disney night action there.
Crazy.
So let's just say maybe once a month from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. You got to be 21 or over. You know, you could bring back some really obscure characters that are a little bit more.
Mushu.
There you go.
Emily wants Mushu back.
Okay. That are able to roam freely and interact to get with guests. Maybe some of the bigger characters that you can't really trust with the kids because the kids might mess with the costumes and that kind of thing.
Can't trust them with kids.
But
Was it
you know,
Gaston?
you can make the Haunted Mansion actually scary. Just Space Mountain can go fully dark with no lights. I mean, I know you love that, Sam. You need a back adjustment, but just embrace that chaotic energy that Disney adults bring. There's such a hallmark feature for Disney World right now is just the Disney adult. And so I'd bring back just an adults only after hours dark Disney night.
That's a great idea.
Thanks. Give me a call, JD.
I may not have groceries this week, but I do have 4 Spirit jerseys and a popcorn bucket shaped like a Skyliner. Priorities.
So this isn't technically a change yet because it hasn't officially happened. But there's a big change in Sam's favorite park, Animal Kingdom, coming that has nothing to do with Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
The whole tropical Americas thing, very cool, very interesting. What does it have to do with animals or Animal Kingdom?
Well, there are technically animals probably in tropical America.
The IP that's there, Indiana Jones and Encanto. I haven't seen Encanto. Is there animals in it?
Wait a minute. What?
I mean,
You've never seen Encanto?
I haven't.
I'm
right,
shocked.
that's your homework
I'm
tonight.
shocked. It's so good.
That's your next one to watch with Beckett.
so good. Oh my gosh.
You watch Peter Pan with him. You can watch Encanto.
Are there animals in it? Like a lot of
Yes,
animals?
I think there's animals
There's
in every
multiple
Disney
animals.
movie.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's multiple animals.
You had a prime opportunity to recreate something very cool in Zootopia.
Maelstrom.
No, we already took care of that. I called JD on my way over here.
You want a Zootopia. You want the city of Zootopia, or at least
Yes.
buildings of Zootopia. The Main Street Zootopia. You would want that in
I think you could do all the different like communities of Zootopia, because like in the movie, there's a rainforest district, there's an ice district, there's a desert
swamp
district,
district's pretty
swamp
sick.
district.
That's pretty sick.
That just to me is so much more appealing, and it covers a wider range of an audience than what they're doing right now. I know, again, I haven't seen it, but I know Encanto is a pretty popular movie, like probably one of the more popular ones over the past decade. But Indiana Jones, like, we have that in Hollywood. We don't need more Indiana Jones. That's dying. We can be honest. That's dying. That's a dying franchise.
Do not speak about Harrison Ford that way.
I like Harrison Ford, but like, I mean,
You can't have Indiana without Han Solo.
That's true, but I mean, there to me, it's just so much more potential, so much more opportunity. Like I think the food alone that they have in the movie, you could like so very well capitalize on that. And so I would change my plans for the Tropical Americas and make it Zootopia.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
We don't talk about Bruno, no, no.
One more little bonus, Sam. I'm going to ban strollers that are the size of Honda Civics. Just going to leave that one there.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
My radical change, and again, this is just selfishness, total selfishness. I think that if you book a deluxe resort, your ticket should automatically be park hopper.
Bro,
Like-
drop it like it's hot.
I think they should. They're not. I'm not saying giving you free tickets.
Yeah.
You should get the upgrade to park hopper.
Boom.
Like it makes 0 sense that you are paying for the top dollar best resort at Disney World and you can't get park hoppers for free.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What does that really cost them?
Absolutely nothing. It gets them more money.
That's right.
Like it's crazy to me.
Man, that's
How much is Park Hopper? Like ballpark?
At least 80. I think $80 more at least.
A
More than
person?
regular ticket. Really, all tickets should be park hoppers. That'd be the really radical change.
right.
All tickets should be park hoppers. But
I love
at
that.
at least deluxe guests should get park hoppers automatically on their tickets.
Love that.
I like
bud.
that.
That's a great idea.
I don't think you could do all because people would just pay for Animal Kingdom and then go to Magic Kingdom every day.
Well, but I think tickets should be they standardize tickets, which they want to do anyway. So standardize the ticket, make it the $200 Magic Kingdom ticket, but make it a park hopper for everybody. Done.
Love it.
I like that.
Thank you. As the new CEO of Walt Disney World, I can promise you, I will go for free. You all go for free. Every listener here will at least get 10% off.
Use code BMH25.
That's right.
Chicken in every pot.
That's right, baby. You belong, baby.
Moving on to our next segment. This one's going to be quick, guys. We're going to call it Keep It, Fix It, or Delete It. We're going to decide the fate of Disney Park features by simply saying keep it, fix it, or delete it. If you need to add something, you can. but let's try to keep it short. First of all, items to judge. We have a couple here that we're going to go with. Genie, Lightning Lane. Carter, keep it, fix it, or delete it?
Keep it. I think where it's at right now is perfect.
Keep it.
I will say keep it as well. Whoop. Virtual queues. I'll go first and say delete it. I can't stand it. It's a pointless thing that they do. I don't think it makes any sense.
Delete it. I think if it guaranteed you like a lightning lane, keep it. But like we said, it's just to stand in line more. Delete it.
Fix it. I think you make it like Six Flags does. And what you do is you basically are booking a virtual spot for however long the wait is right now in the future. So you don't have to go stand in line, but let's say it's 120 standby minutes. Then in 120 minutes, you push the button and you get to go in the lightning lane in 120 minutes.
Love it. That's good. I like it. All right, next up, after hours events.
Fix it. Do more. And make them longer.
That's right.
Make them longer. That's got to be fixed. They're too short.
Agreed.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
All right, we'll move on to that one. How about character dining pricing, Carter? You can go first on this one.
Yeah, this one's hot on mine. Fix it. It's for kids. It's not kid food. Fix it.
Delete it. Make it dirt cheap. It's ridiculous how expensive those are. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I'll say fix it just because I think that's where it's at. I think they need to change the pricing on it, make it more affordable for people because the characters are what people want to do when they're doing that. It has nothing, like Carter's, it has nothing to do with the food and everything to do with their kid being able to meet Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
All right, we're going to go one more with VIP tours.
I think same thing. Fix it. Add more. There should be more things like that to do.
Fix it. More of them. More tours.
Yeah, put me in that boat as well. I love the VIP tours, especially for people that go often, that want to try new things. VIP tours are awesome. Let's delete waiting in line. Problem solved.
Whoa. Just delete. Okay. No lines.
Delete every other person
there.
There
are
except for
a
our
million
family.
Delete other guests. I love
Put
it.
them down.
And we shall delete.
Our last segment of the day is going to be kind of that Shark Tank feel. We're going to pitch some Disney ideas to Josh and see if he approves it or shuts it down. Here we go with some idea prompts. This one is courtesy of my boy Chuck, all the way in Texas, who came up and reminded me that Disney used to do 24-hour Disney days where you would get to stay in the park for 24 hours. And if you did, you got a special t-shirt, and the fact that you could say that you were in Disney parks for 24 hours. What do y'all think?
Is there a 72-hour challenge that Sam could do?
Is there a challenge? That's not even a challenge. Like, come on, man.
He said people would like sleep on the benches and on the ground and stuff. That's crazy.
I'll sleep on Spaceship Earth, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. I do that already.
I love it.
What you said earlier, the adults only. I think the stuff we said earlier would work. The adults only nights.
Yeah.
Even adults only day.
Yep.
That'd be crazy.
One of the other ones I threw out was a Fifth Gate Park. Would y'all come up with any ideas that you want to pitch to Josh?
Yeah, mine's not like nearly as elaborate, but just double, if not triple, the amount of characters. Like have characters walking around again like they used to.
Everywhere, yeah.
Oh boy! Disney World
Water parks.
Airport.
Ooh,
where's the airport at Disney World? What are we doing here, guys?
Wow.
Disney Airlines. Let's go big or go home, baby.
Like it.
Disney Airlines let's say 2 flights a day from Dallas, Atlanta. Let's go
Chicago,
Los Angeles,
Monroe.
Chicago, and specifically Monroe, Dulles, and New York City.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I love it, dude. That's pretty radical.
It's money, baby.
Yeah, I love it.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Well, in conclusion here, this feels like a big moment in Disney history with Josh Darmo stepping into power. Disney parks are entering into a new chapter, and whether you love change or you fear it, it matters because these parks mean something to all of us. It's where families make memories, it's where kids discover imagination, and where adults feel like kids again. But today wasn't just about predictions or jokes, it was about dreaming, because Disney parks exist because someone once asked, what if we made this better? If you are the Disney CEO for the day, we want your ideas. Email us at tbmh25@gmail.com, and your idea might just make it into a future episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the podcast, leave us a review, like, share, and send it to a fellow Disney fan. It helps us grow the Big Mouse house and keeps this Disney community going. We share it with the friend who complains about Genie Plus and the friend who thinks they could run Disney better than Disney. In the meantime, thanks for being part of our Disney family, and remember, there's always room for one more in the Big Mouse house.
We understood what you mean.
Okay.
The listeners know, Jamie.
That's
they
right.
know you, bro.
Very good.
They know you're a
Also-
man of the people, bro. You're a man of the people. You were just jabbering for like 5 minutes. What were you talking about then?
What are you
never know.
talking about? The Zootopia thing?
What
Or
was
the-
it? Did he not say something?
Thought you said
Cut this
piggyback.
part, by the way.
So this feels like a big moment in Disney history with Josh Darmo. I'm not going to say his name.
Josh
D'Armo.
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 Tomorrow.
D'Armo. D'Armo.
With Josh Darmo.
D'Armo.
It's like tomorrow.
D'Armo. Josh D'Armo. Josh Tomorrow Speedway. Oh, Josh Tomorrow. Got a lot to say about him.
Well, before we rewrite Disney's future, let's talk about the real person that's shaping it, Josh D'Armo.
Just say Josh.
Josh.
Josh D.
Josh.
Tomorrow. He always had a little monkey on his shoulder.
What about Indiana Jones? Screams conservation and preservation. Nothing.
Okay. He preserves literally everything. It's his job. He's an archaeologist.
But not animals.
He really doesn't care about animals. And he really hates
He hates snakes.
That's true.
Which we all should.
And rats.
But
The category is add a new attraction. You're like,
I know I said we're upset about all the new IP.
You're upset about a lot of things.
I was ready.
he wanted this to be a rant episode, but I wouldn't let him.
I'm loving it.